What is up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back if you are not new to my channel. Tonight, we're going to be reacting to two Scentsy videos that came out after my breakdown last week. And for those of you that are new here, hello, hi. My name is Erin. I'm a certified personal trainer and an anti-MLM content creator. I was involved in multi-level marketing for over 13 years before I finally walked away. And since then, I've dedicated my platform to consumer protection, helping people understand how MLMs really work, how to recognize manipulation tactics, and how to avoid getting trapped in a business model that more often than not ends in financial loss. So when I make videos like this, it's not about shaming individuals. It's about awareness. Because I've been in many of these companies. I've believed the promises. I know how much damage it can cause. And my goal is to make sure anyone considering joining has the full picture before they sign up. Before we dive in, I want to set the tone. If you're a Scentsy consultant or a fan and you're here watching tonight, you're absolutely welcome. Not that I need to tell you that. This is a public platform and you're free to be here. But here are some ground rules for my channel. No personal attacks. That means no comments about me, my audience, or anyone's body, anybody's mental health, or their character. No logical fallacies will be used. If you want to defend Scentsy, bring the facts. Not distractions, but everyone collects something, not appeals to emotion. And also, I want to speak directly to Angie and Stephanie for just a moment. If you happen to be watching this, just know that this isn't personal. This is educational commentary. It's consumer protection. I'm not here to attack you. I'm here to point out how Scentsy's business model works because people deserve to see the full picture before they join. Now, if you're new to MLM critique, you may feel some strong emotions while we go through all of this. And when I say all of this, I mean all of this. And that's okay. That's called cognitive dissonance. And it's when the truth collides with what you want to believe. It's uncomfortable. I've experienced it myself, but it isn't an attack on you. This video is about Scentsy's structure, not about the individuals, but is going to highlight the tactics that are being used. And let me be crystal clear. I'm not coming for the wax community. I'm not coming for people who love fragrance, who collect wax from small businesses, or who enjoy having a collection. That's not the issue. The issue is Scentsy's multi-level marketing business model, which pressures consultants to overspend, front load, and then call that a business. That's what we're here to talk about. And one last thing, before we jump in, this video isn't for Angie or Stephanie. And I know some of you might be like, what? This is for consumer awareness. It's for someone who is researching Scentsy and only hearing one side from the person trying to recruit them. The person that maybe is telling them, hey, you can sign up for the discount or whatnot. Someone who's being told the scents are amazing, the community is supportive, and the business is easy money, because that happens in multi-level marketing. That may sound appealing, but what they're not being told is the other side, the income disclosure, the cost, the tactics that keep people trapped into many of these companies. And that's why I make these videos. In fact, if you're watching and you've ever been in a multi-level marketing company, Scentsy or any other company, I'd love for you to share your story in the comments. How much did you spend? How much did you actually earn? Because those real life receipts are just as powerful as the company's own numbers. Before I go any further, let me run my disclaimer and I'll be right back. Now, I know normally I have a crispy Dr. Pepper Zero, but today I'm going to focus on protein. So we're going to go in with a peach mango bucked up protein, 100 calories, 25 grams of protein, and it tastes like a delicious peach mango drink. I hope you have your favorite drink. If you would like to grab this, I do have it linked below. We're going to talk about affiliate marketing as well, because there seemed to be a little bit of confusion as to what that is. Okay, let me set this up. First of all, did y'all see the thumbnail? That was DC. DC is officially making my thumbnails. If you need thumbnails made, hit her up. I have her linked in the video description. She also, while she was here, yeah, and I hope you have your favorite snacks. She also set up my stream deck. So you're going to be seeing some new things coming around, which is pretty exciting. So I'm going to set this up. We're going to go with this layout, I think. Give me a second. Okay, this is Angie. This is the video, or the creator of the video that I reacted to last Friday. And we're going to see what she has to say. This is a reaction to my video. Also, yeah, go subscribe to DC. Also, shout out to the mods. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. And yeah, let's see what Angie has to say.
Hi everyone, Angie Smith here. Thank you for watching. And
I forgot to put my headphones on. These are also linked if you are looking for headphones. Are they expensive? Yes. Am I glad I bought them? Yeah. Also, yes. Okay. Now let's do this.
welcome back. So today is Sunday, August the 24th, and this is my weekly wax summary. So I kind of wanted to address the video that most of you are well aware of. So last week from my weekly wax summary video, a fellow YouTuber, somebody I've never met before nor talked to,
Okay.
I couldn't even tell you her name at this point, nor do I care to, because I'm not even...
I mean, you care enough to do this video. I mean, that's not me trying to be mean, although I could be meaner. I'm not going to, but you care enough to do this video. I feel like this is a tactic that we see a lot of times with people in multi-level marketing. They'll bring up some kind of criticism, but they're like, I don't want to bring up the person. I don't want to say their name, as if they're trying to prevent maybe their downline from, or their customers or whatever, from going and seeing the video. If anything, if a business is legit, it should be able to withstand any kind of scrutiny. So I find that interesting that we're seeing already that same kind of tactic. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Let's see what else she has to say.
I'm gonna tag that person, but literally took my video, sliced and diced it.
Did I slice and dice it, or did I play clips of it in order, provide my commentary, play more of your video from the end point, then put my commentary, and then, because I'm pretty sure that's what my editor did. Shout out to Ava. Go subscribe to Ava's channel. And if you need a video editor, hit her up.
And added her own narrative and story, everything to it.
No, I provided commentary. But okay.
Without, even having factual information, no fact finding whatsoever, and didn't even reach out to me to get any kind of perspective on.
I mean, did you or Stephanie reach out to me before you did this video? Matter of fact, let's take that one step further. Did you reach out to Scentsy before you did your weekly wax review? No? That's not how that works. Also, I love this. What part was wrong about it? I would love to know that.
She decided that she was going to just show blurbs of my video to fit what she was trying to portray.
What parts did I cut out? Okay.
Her message was that, I am a Scentsy consultant, that I am front loading my inventory to make goals or to sell for later because my upline is telling me to do so.
I'm pretty sure I painted that in this is what happens in multi-level marketing. I could actually pull the script, and I probably should have done that ahead of time, but I'm pretty sure it was, hey, this is typically what happens in multi-level marketing. People are encouraged to front load products to either make ranks or from pressure from the company or pressure from the upline. We're going to dive into all of that tonight. So
let's address that. So first of all, this is my wax collection.
Love that.
That I have.
Okay.
I don't only do Scentsy, even though I am a Scentsy consultant.
Okay.
I did the math today, and 45% of my wax is Scentsy, which means 55% is vendor wax. So that means that I have more vendor wax than I do Scentsy wax.
Okay.
Not that much more, I get that, but still more. The reason
Let's pause there for just a second, because Angie says that nearly half of her wax is Scentsy and she joined for the discount. That is one of the oldest lines in the MLM playbook. I joined for the discount. And that same phrase has people in MLMs, top leaders in MLMs, screaming over the fact that people that join for the discount and typically lose money are included on a lot of the income disclosure statements. Wild. Anyways, this may sound somewhat harmless, but here's why it matters. The FTC has been very clear. When the money you make is based on how many people you recruit, which it typically is in multi-level marketing, and how much product you or your recruits buy, it's a scam. That's from the Federal Trade Commission. That's called internal consumption. You might also hear endless chain when the reps are the customers. And Scentsy's own income disclosure statement proves this. Don't believe me. Don't take my word for it, though. Let's go ahead and pull this up so that you guys can see this. Let me share my screen. This is Scentsy's income disclosure statement. One second. Let me pick the right setting here. I have to get used to this. Okay, here we go. I did it, DC. This is their income disclosure statement. And let's run through this really quick. Let's see. Certified consultants in the green is the base level, essentially. And it makes up 56% of all Scentsy consultants. Their average yearly commission is just $344. The median is $182. Then you have lead consultant in the orange, 18% of consultants. Average yearly commission is $1,226, and the median is $633. One second. This shows the compensation plan as well. Okay. Back to my notes. Star consultants make up 10% of all consultants. And I also have this linked in the video description as well. Star consultants make up 10% of consultants, and the average yearly commission is $2,825, and the median income is $1,633. Directors, 2% of average consultants. Average yearly commission, $13,597, with the median being $9,502. Star directors make up less than 1%. Average yearly commission is $46,223, and the median is $33,112. Then we have superstar directors, the very top 0.1%, and the average $238,978, with a median of $174,090. But here is the bottom line in all of this. As far as the income disclosure statement. According to this, over 91% of consultants earned an average of less than $1,200 a year before expenses. So let's put this into perspective. That's less than $100 a month before costs. Once you subtract catalogs, shipping, supplies, convention tickets, the wax you're buying for yourself, most consultants aren't making any money. They're losing money. And this is why the I joined for the discount line matters, because that discount is what props up Scentsy. It is literally what is keeping Scentsy afloat, because it makes up 91% of the distributors. Consultants are their own best customers. And Angie and Stephanie both admit that in both of these videos that we're going to watch here shortly. They are the best customers and the company depends on it. Okay, let's stop sharing that. Let's add this back to the stage. Give me a second. I still have to get used to this
for Scentsy
stream deck.
Was to get a discount and to make money back on what I was purchasing from Scentsy. There's lots of ways to get discounts. There's early access. You know, we do parties. We do like a party link. You earn rewards and half prices. We can get the monthly scent of the month kit at a discount. It's a discounted kit. So there's lots of ways to get wax. Now, I get there's a bunch of anti-MLM because Scentsy is an MLM and they want to save everyone.
It's not really about saving everybody. That makes it sound like anti-MLM creators and supporters and just people that are a part of that movement are, you know, dealing with a savior complex. I don't think it's about that. At least let me just speak for myself. For me, it's about people having all of the information in front of them, because oftentimes when people are recruited into something, whether it's being pitched as, you know, you can join and get a discount, or you can join and you can make, you know, 6 figures or whatever they're being told by the person trying to recruit them. They're oftentimes not told all of the information ahead of time. It's only until you get in and see what it's really about that you're like, oh my God, this is not what I expected. So that for me, it's about the advocacy. For me, it's about having the information. It's about, you know, yeah, getting the information out. Also, we have some things to celebrate. So let's take a second and celebrate that. So Ophelia Puppy Lover channel, new member. If you don't know, we do a shoulder smolder anytime we have new members. So welcome. It's becoming like an adapted windshield wiper that I've adapted kind of from DC. So, and then we have World of Brit. Welcome. So glad that you're here. It's just a fun little thing that we do. Avery Joe, member for 43 months. That's crazy. Also, please remember to like the stream. I mean, I know the Scentsy reps are already thumbs downing it, which by the way, doesn't really matter, but okay. So like the stream, make sure that you're subscribed. I appreciate you guys. And Avery Joe, thank you for being a member for 43 months. And thanks for being a mod. I really appreciate you. 26 months for Nikki K. Time flies, man. And also Lizzie, member for 7 months. Thank you so much. Oh my God, Erin, your hair is gorgeous. I love the color. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I want to call it like Smurfette blue. That's the vibe, because Smurfette was a total boss. Then we have Just Kai, member for 23 months. And remember, kids, facts are not attacks. Oh my God, 23 months already. Same. I feel the same way. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Y'all are incredible. And yeah, let's get back to what Angie was saying. Let me pick the right layout. I think I got it this time.
That there's only one type of person that's in Scentsy, but yet they, you know, there's a whole wax community out here that love wax. Just like so people who love Pokemon cards. Or
okay, we'll get to the Pokemon cards thing in just a second. But oh my God, DC, did you just gift? Okay, wait. I missed a whole bunch. Let me back up. DC member for 40 months. What a delightful even number. Feels good to be out of multi-level marketing. See you, Mary Kay and Young Living. Thank you so much. And again, thanks for just everything. I appreciate you so much. The Eclectic Mima, member for 22 months. Aaron, coming in hot with facts. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Whit James, member for 12 months. I'm my own boss, but my upline told me to, which means you're not your own boss and it's not your business. Thank you for being a member for 1 full year. That's amazing. Your Tank Top friend, thank you for the 2 gifted memberships. That's amazing. Welcome, Carrie. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, so I'm just going to say Carrie. Welcome. Thank you for becoming a member. This is for you. And I know we have some more. DC, stop. Thank you so much. That's so kind. Welcome to all of the new members. Now, if you're just becoming a member, please know that, the twinning, please know that I have started a new members perk. So I'm doing an after hours live stream after this ends. So this will automatically redirect to that. Just give me a second to start it. I'll talk about that more here in a second. But Lushy member for 40 months. Thank you so much. And thank you for being a mod. I appreciate you. Okay, I think I got everything except Katrina is trying. Welcome. It's so much easier to do a shoulder smolder when you're standing, you know? Okay, anyways, let's see. Yeah, welcome to all the new members. Appreciate y'all. Congratulations on all the milestones. I appreciate you guys. Let's hear about these Pokemon cards.
You know, let's talk about men who collect all kinds of tools for their garage, or motorcycles or cars, or, people collect all kinds of things. And
well, but here's the thing. When she says it's just like Pokemon, Bath and Body Works, tools, motorcycles, cars, this is a false equivalence fallacy. Collecting Pokemon cards is a hobby. By the way, anybody play Pokemon? I know Savannah, I don't know if she's here, but Savannah is a huge fan of Pokemon Go. Her and her family play it, and it's awesome. But does anybody play Pokemon? I'm just kind of curious. Collecting Pokemon cards is a hobby. Shopping at Bath and Body Works is retail. Scentsy is a multi-level marketing company that pressures reps to spend to stay active, to get recognition. They use FOMO tactics and things like that to get people to buy more products. Yeah. Collect tools. Do people think that's what's happening? We buy tools because we use tools. That part. I collect anime figures. I play literally all the console Pokemon games plus Pokemon Go. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. And let's be clear. I'm not criticizing people who collect wax or support indie vendors, which is what they're trying to group my video into. That's not the problem. The problem is Scentsy using the language of collecting to mask front loading, which I believe is what we are seeing here. Here's the difference. Collecting is buying because you enjoy it. I collect lip glosses because I enjoy it. Front loading in a multi-level marketing company means buying because there is some kind of pressure. And that pressure could be, I want the new scent, or they haven't had this scent in a while, or if I buy this, I get this kind of credit, or if I'm getting short on whatever. There's different types of pressure that the company and sometimes the upline or the compensation plan can use in order to get people to buy these MLM products. It could be something as simple as, like we've seen in Optavia. We've heard people in Optavia have been pressured to buy the fuelings every single month in order to thank their upline. These things happen in multi-level marketing. And if you guys have stories about that, feel free to drop them in the comments. I think that those stories are extremely important to share. In Scentsy, those two, the collector and front loading, they're the same. The outcome is identical. Consultants overspend, or they use their points or whatnot, and Scentsy profits. Scentsy makes money off of it. That's the end result. So let's see what else she has to say.
Maybe people don't realize that people collect wax, but we do. I mean, why do you think Bath and Body Works is such a popular store?
It's a retail brand, and recruiting is not a part of the compensation plan. In fact, Bath and Body Works doesn't have a compensation plan because they are a retail brand.
People love home fragrance. They love to smell good. And, pretty sure people stockpile Bath and Body Works stuff too. So, and it's not to, front load inventory by any means.
That's what that is, though. That's what you're doing.
I'm going to say here, my wax wall, I like as a background. It's better to me than sitting in front of my bed or somewhere else.
Okay.
I've sat in my living room before and filmed videos, but this is my little wax area. It is well organized.
Okay.
It is not hoarded. This is in my closet, just so you know. And I shouldn't even have to justify this, but I will share this. This is in my closet. I did measure the space because I love the whole hoarding comment. And I'm a numbers person. So this whole space, and I can't even fit my arms across right here, is 40 inches by 70 inches tall. It's like the size of a big screen TV. So imagine me having a big screen TV.
I'm not sure how any of that is really relevant, but I do want to address it's not hoarding, it's organized, because this is what I feel like is a red herring fallacy. Keeping it neat doesn't change the fact that overspending is still overspending. And Scentsy leans into this overspending with specific tactics like FOMO launches, limited editions that consultants feel pressured to buy now, or miss forever, bring back my bar promotions that push people to stock up, constant, new catalog cycles where consultants pay out of pocket for fresh testers and books, encouraging consultants to buy bulk and sample products, which is pitched as business activity, but it's really money out of their own account. That's time, effort, and money. And none of it is compensated. That's unpaid labor dressed up as running a business. So let's pause there. And I also want to talk about recruiting, because Scentsy promoters will often say, and not just Scentsy promoters, Scentsy distributors, Scentsy consultants, this happens in other MLM companies as well. They'll say things like, I don't have a team. You don't technically have to recruit. And while that might be true, here's the catch. Recruiting is the only way to move past the hobby level. If you don't recruit, you stay stuck at the bottom ranks, where Scentsy's own income disclosure statement shows 91% of people lose money. So when Angie and Stephanie will come later, say that they don't recruit, that doesn't make them the exception. That makes them the rule. Most consultants never recruit, and that's exactly why the majority lose money. The system is designed this way. So let's hear what else Angie has to say.
That's the area that I'm hoarding. And then...
You said what? Maybe, and listen, maybe she's being sarcastic there, but she said, I'm not hoarding, and then just now said, I'm hoarding. Maybe it was sarcasm. I don't know. But I find it interesting. Also, I didn't say she was a hoarder. I actually said that I'm not qualified to say if somebody is hoarding. So...
big screen TV for the other half of my collection. And I'm sorry, they were talking about people tripping over boxes and stuff. Like,
Who said that? Maybe the comments? Is that what she's referring to? Did some of you guys say she'd be tripping over boxes? I don't know. Oh, I think I do remember that comment. That was a story where somebody was hoarding, and they tripped and fell and passed away, and it took days. So they weren't saying that about her. That was a story. I remember that comment actually, because, oh my God.
A very organized person, and I do not hoard, and I do not have clutter in my home. So,
nobody said you did. Nobody said you had clutter.
Get to know somebody before you come at them.
Well, first of all, I wasn't coming at you in the previous video. I was using your video as an example of what happens in Scentsy, what happens in multi-level marketing companies. So it's not a personal attack, because facts are not attacks. So
I just kind of wanted to share that. I could probably go on and on and on, but I did want to address that. I feel so thankful for the wax community. You all are so great and such big supporters. And I appreciate the love back for this, because, I totally agree with Stephanie's video. We don't let anybody shame you. It's
I wasn't shaming you at all.
Okay. And that's kind of why I started making these videos, because, it's okay. Like, everybody in the wax community has a lot of wax, and it's what we love. And as long as it makes you happy, that's okay. So that's pretty much it for this week. I'm not going to go into all of my numbers. I'm not going to talk about what's coming in. There's really no big orders this week. So you'll see my wax hauls. I'm still going to film. I appreciate all the love, and I thank you all. Have a good week, guys.
Okay, now that was her entire video. because I know one of the claims that she made was that I was clipping her video or whatnot. That was Angie's entire video. So now we're going to get to Stephanie. Before we get to Stephanie, I do want to give a content warning because she does mention addiction, recovery, AA meetings, I believe, something about AA. And I just want to prepare you guys so that you don't get blindsided by that. So if that is something that you're not prepared to hear, please skip this part. You get it. Yeah. I think this is such a great point. If you felt shame, that's a you problem, because I was not shaming her. In fact, I hope that she gets out. I hope that she chooses to support small businesses and collects wax and lives a happy, beautiful life, genuinely. So, okay. This next video is Stephanie. Stephanie did this video in response to my video from last Friday. And I don't even know what else I want to say about that. I think I'll just play the video. So let's hear what Stephanie has to say. Oh, wait, let me back this up because she has an intro thing. So I want to make sure I'm playing the video in its entirety.
Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Stephanie. If you're new here, hi, welcome. If you're not new here, hi, welcome back. So I have an impromptu video. I am cleaning the house. I am packing. Hubby and I are headed out tomorrow to celebrate our 30th anniversary. I'm making dog food.
First of all, happy anniversary. 30 years. That's amazing.
I'm doing all the things. He's not home. I'm not trying to be pretty. I'm just trying to get stuff done. So someone messaged me about a video that...
She's very quiet. Yeah, I unfortunately can't make her louder, but I can back myself up from the mic so that you guys can turn her up, turn your volume up. So let me know if that works. Although I am considering getting a new mic. I was just talking to DC about it when she was here. And one of the features is that I can adjust the volume a little bit better. I guess I could turn myself down. Let me know how that works.
Was posted from an anti-MLMer.
Clearly, I need to update my hair because that hair is very bright and I love it. I love that. Let's see what she has to say.
Put the picture there. I'm not going to name names. I'm sure people who can sleuth can figure it out and you can whatever.
Now, why would you go as far as putting my picture and not mention my name? I mean, Stephanie Melton, I have no problem saying your name. People can go find your video and, you know, do what they want, comment, watch, support, whatever, subscribe to your channel. It's all good. This is an MLM tactic. I'm going to bring up this criticism, but I'm not going to name them because I don't want people to actually go and find it. Okay.
So this person posted a video about someone in our wax community. Yes, there is a wax community, just like there's a book community, just like there's a makeup community and a perfume community, all the things, right?
Okay.
If there is a someone who is a fan of something, there's a community for it.
Cool.
So this video was posted about one of our friends.
I mean, was it? Or was it about the front loading that consultants in Scentsy are encouraged to do from the company and possibly uplines? Did y'all watch that video last Friday? If not, you should go watch it after this because I would definitely be curious to see what you thought.
And without any context, like she didn't, when she's talking about, oh, I don't know who this Teddy Bees is and I don't know who this is. Okay, well, if you had messaged Angie and gotten her side of the story and gotten her opinions and who she is as a person, then maybe you would know. Okay.
Okay. First of all, I don't need to reach out to Angie to get her side of the story. Second of all, I wasn't aware of who Teddy Bees was or is because that's a retail brand and that was not the topic of my video. Had it been my topic, I would have researched that, but it wasn't the subject of that video. So,
okay. So yes, there are some of us who are Scentsy consultants. I am my only customer.
You heard it here first. He, she's, gays, and theys. You heard it here first. I'm my only customer. This is the FTC's pyramid flag in action. Stephanie admits she is her own customer. That's not a business. That's internal consumption, keeping Scentsy alive. And again, the income disclosure statement backs this up. Most consultants earn less than $1,200 a year before expenses. And again, that's not a business. That's a very expensive hobby that these people pay, whether it's $20 or whatever, to join. So I don't know how it's not computing, but I'm trying my best to get the message across. Let's hear what else she has to say.
Yep, just me. I'm not selling to anyone. I'm not pounding my friends or my family or anything. Okay? And that's how the majority of the people that I know who are Scentsy consultants are in that boat. We
know because of the income disclosure statement that I just went over that's linked in the video description. We know that's the case.
Just love the scents and the wax.
Okay.
And we are nosy and we want the stuff before it gets released. Plain and simple.
And that is a tactic that Scentsy uses to get people to purchase that are distributors in the company.
Does it become an addiction? Absolutely. Is it a healthy addiction? No, not really. And some of us realize it and some of us are working on it.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
What? Ooh, that's a lot to digest. This is an appeal to emotion. She admits that it's unhealthy, but then normalizes it. That's classic manipulation. And let me be very clear here. Calling it an addiction and comparing it to recovery minimizes what people in recovery, actually go through. Overspending in Scentsy isn't recovery, it's revenue for the company off of the backs of the distributors. What do you mean?
I would say the majority of us are working on it. So yes, we know Scentsy's an MLM. We're not trying to recruit. The majority of us, at least in our little group.
Just because you guys aren't trying to recruit doesn't mean that that's a predatory part of Scentsy's compensation plan. And just because you don't participate in that part does not mean that it doesn't exist. It also doesn't mean that just because your private little group that you are mentioning, because she said little group, I'm not calling them a little group. Just because this is not happening within your group does not mean it's not happening to other people in the company. There are plenty of Scentsy distributors in the comments, in the part of the replay crew that have been a part of Scentsy and can speak on that. Just because it's not happening to you doesn't mean it's not happening to other people in the company is what I'm trying to say.
So just know that, okay? Just if you contact, if you're going to talk about someone who sells Scentsy, get to know them.
I don't need to, because this wasn't an expose on Angie. This is not an expose on you, Stephanie. This is commentary for educational purposes on the dangers of joining a multi-level marketing company, essentially. Front-loading, recruiting, manipulation tactics. That's what we do here. It wasn't about Angie and her personality. And the way that they're presenting this is like, I was covering a day in the life of these people, and I don't know these people. I'm going off of the tactics that they are using to prove the income disclosure statements and things of that nature that show that the majority of people lose money, not just in MLM companies, but specifically in Scentsy. It's not personal. It's commentary for educational purposes.
Get to, Are they a higher up? Are they a big recruiter? That's on them if that's what they want to do.
I mean, I cover them too. Not sure what you're trying to do here.
But I would say about 90% of the people that I am close friends with, that I know, we are in it for our own selves.
Okay, that's you. That doesn't mean that that's the norm for everybody in the company.
Okay, so this Teddy Bees or the Second and Spruce, those are
Retail brands.
Small businesses that we
love that. Also, I have 2 small businesses that I have mentioned in the video description. Bright House Scents, who actually several months ago, if you guys didn't know this, several months ago, I reacted to to another Scentsy former. Well, she was a Scentsy distributor at the time, and she was going through her numbers and realizing how much money she had spent on Scentsy, which is a beautiful thing to actually write it down on paper and figure out what you're spending versus what's coming in. And I think that that's a very important part of being in a multi-level marketing company as you're questioning what's going on, to write it down. Any business, and Scentsy is pitched to a lot of these people as a business. So let's do some business things, I guess. How much are you spending versus how much are you making? And she was completely blown away. And in the comments of her video, I was like, you should just start your own wax melt business. And she did. I have her linked in the video description. I also have Lumiere Renee. If you are somebody that doesn't like wax melts and you like candles, she is a beautiful woman who has started a candle business, and it's a Black-owned business. And I think that it's important to support small businesses. And again, this is them trying to make it seem like I'm coming after the entire wax community. No. It was commentary about Scentsy and the tactics that the company, the upline, and the distributors use in order to encourage front loading. I feel like a broken record at this point. But anyways, check out those 2 small businesses, support them. Teddy Bees, if you're into it, and any of the other brands that are not MLM companies, check them out too. I don't know anything about them, but I wanted to support Bright House Scents and also Lumiere Renee.
And support hugely. So we are a lover of fragrance. It is what it is. We love home fragrance. We love all the different scents that we can find, and we fall in love with scents, whether that be Scentsy, whether that be Teddy Bees. That is a small business. Second and Spruce, small business.
Cool.
Knowles, Sassy
Love.
Girl Aroma. There are a plethora of small businesses who make wax, and who us wax addicts, that's what we call ourselves.
I mean, but you don't see the problem. You don't see how problematic calling yourself wax addicts are. Are there people in recovery that are a part of this community? I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I feel like that. I feel like that term is problematic for obvious reasons.
That's who we support. We spend lots and lots of money, and sometimes too much money. And some people are okay with that, and some people are trying to work on it. Angie, these videos where we talk about our numbers and how much we brought in and how much we're melting, and that's our version of accountability and talking it through and getting support with, you know what, you're doing great. Keep melting more than what you're bringing in. Is there going to be some months where you bring in more than you melt? Sometimes, especially if there's a pre-order from a small business that we support and we love their wax, or if Scentsy's having a clearance sale and there's some wax that we absolutely love, yeah, it is what it is, and that's okay. So if you ladies find yourself being targeted or whatever, just know that there are addictions everywhere. There are people who buy way too many books. There are people who buy way too much perfume than they will ever be able to use up in their lifetime. Food addictions, it's just insane to me.
Okay. You know, it's insane to me, the use of a false equivalence fallacy in all of that. Books and perfume don't come with uplines. They don't require minimum purchases. Even if that minimum purchase is over 2 to 3 months. I think it's like 250 every 2 or 3 months. They don't require minimums. So they also don't congratulate you for buying from yourself, which is what she's going to talk about here in a second. And let me also address a criticism that I'm seeing from this. Some people said, how could she not know other brands? Angie mentioned, I want to reiterate this again. I already mentioned this, but I think it's important to mention again, because the point of my video from last Friday was to educate people so they have the full picture on the influence that people in Scentsy, the company, the tactics, the distributors, the upline could use on them. The focus wasn't the retail brands. It was front loading. And both Angie and Stephanie admit to that here. So I feel like that's what matters here. So to be clear, the issue isn't collecting wax from retail brands from small businesses. The issue is Scentsy reps calling overspending, collecting to avoid acknowledging that it's actually front loading. Okay.
So I understand being anti-MLM. I get it.
Okay. Do you though? Because you're in a multi-level marketing company. So what is it that you get? Line by line. I'm curious.
But to make it sound like if you're in an MLM that you are this stupid, brainwashed, poor little depressed soul.
First of all, I never said that. I never implied that. And actually, it's the opposite. There are highly intelligent people that are roped into multi-level marketing companies that are manipulated through emotional manipulation, spiritual manipulation, income claims, things of that nature. I never said that somebody that joins Scentsy is stupid. I would never say that.
Sadly wrong. There may be some people like that, absolutely, but so is the poor, depressed little soul who works at the post office down the street.
What?
Or the person who works at a Starbucks. It's everywhere. It has nothing to do with, if you're in an MLM, you must be poor, depressed, and whatever.
I never said that. We're not talking about mental health here. That's not in my, I don't even know what to call that. I never said that, nor would I ever say that. And if you're struggling with mental health, getting connected to resources to help you is extremely important. This is such a wild take. Stephanie, did you watch the whole video? I mean, I will say that the majority of people never make any money in multi-level marketing, but that's a statistic that comes from the Federal Trade Commission. I could also break it down like I've already done from Scentsy's own income disclosure statement. That's not an opinion piece. That is a fact. That the majority of people are losing money in these companies. Now, if you want to change the wording and say, that I'm saying people are stupid, poor, and whatever else, that's not factual. We deal with facts here.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, Angie, I have to tell you, I am very proud of you for making that video and talking. The number, it's not easy. It's like going into an AA group, right?
What?
It's hard to talk about the numbers and to be open and honest about it. And for those of us who are actively trying to do a low buy with everything and bringing in less than what we are melting or bringing in less than what's going out, it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing, especially when you are in the wax community and on the Facebook groups and they're talking and everyone's excited about a Teddy B's.
I have to pause her. That is implying. Hold on. Saying that criticizing Scentsy and the the tactics that are used is like mocking somebody in an AA meeting. Not only is that incorrect, but that is dangerous. I've watched this, I prepared for this, and every single time I get to this part, I'm stunned. AA is a recovery program for people with a medical diagnosis. Comparing MLM critique and consumer awareness to mocking people in recovery is offensive, beyond offensive to both groups. Critiquing Scentsy's model is not mocking recovery, it's consumer protection. Overspending in Scentsy isn't recovery, it's unpaid labor. I don't know why that is even being made as a comparison. Quite frankly, it is beyond irritating that she is trying to say that by me critiquing the video and providing educational commentary, that is the same thing as me mocking somebody at an AA meeting or attending an AA meeting. Is what? That's absurd. That's what that is. Wow. Also, shout out to all the people in recovery. Y'all are amazing. Oh, God. I feel like I just need a minute after that. That's wild. Oh, good. Perfect timing, because we have some new members. So, well, first of all, Marie Silver. Let's just do this real quick. Marie Silver, member for 7 months, 7-month shoulder smolder. We got we have matching blue hair. I love that, Marie. I need to update mine. I'll probably do that in the next couple days. Katina is trying, new member. I'm going to play one big member's shoulder smolder. So Katina Lorini, I think I said that right. 34. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Let me put down my drink. This is for you guys. Thank you so much. Y'all are incredible. And Ginger Miller, member for 23 months. Appreciate you so much, Ginger, and you know why. Facts are not attacks. Facts are not attacks. Do a profit and loss statement. Don't join an MLM. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, let's get back to this. I suppose. Yeah, I love seeing all the comments from people in recovery. You guys are amazing.
Yes, ready to sell. So I mean, it's hard. Trust me. This past year has been really hard for me to do a low buy, but once again, like everything else, it's a 90-10, right? Or since this person is a physical trainer, 90% you're going to eat healthy, 10% you can kind of give yourself a little leeway. So 90,
or maybe instead of doing 90-10, let's just eat in moderation and be inclusive in our food groups. How about that? That would be easy. This is not the first time. No, let me back up. We're going to talk about supplements. We're going to talk about protein. We're going to talk about creatine today. Everything is linked. So check it out. Just wait for it.
10 is what I have been trying to do, and I would say I've done pretty well with that.
Love that.
But it has been so hard to not go in and go big and go heavy with all these pre-orders and these wax scents. And that takes time. And just because someone chooses to spend their money on what they want doesn't make them depressed or sad or stupid.
I never said that. This is an appeal to emotion, what she's trying to do. She's trying to get her audience to come over to the video and write in the comments, which they are trying. And by the way, if you think you're going to come over here and do some kind of an ad hominem, blocked. Goodbye. You want to have a conversation? Let's have a conversation. That's cool. I'm down for that. But bring facts. Just as I said, in the intro. So this is an appeal to emotion. She's wanting her audience to, you know, defend Angie, in my opinion. And it's not going to work because we deal in facts over here. And I never said that people in multi-level marketing are stupid. I never said they are depressed or sad. I never said any of that.
Or ignorance, or
never said that.
De-
Definitely never said that. Definitely never said that. I don't know where she's getting that from.
Doesn't mean that. So,
if you want the makeup look, I have it linked in the video description. But since you're bringing that up, this is what I use today. Adriana Nicole Cosmetics, I have her tagged. Go subscribe to her channel. And the color that I used, it's one eyeshadow. They get real mad. When I say they, I mean like people in MLM, when I do actual affiliate marketing on my channel, they get real mad. They're like, how is it any different? It's very different. We'll talk about that. But anyways, this is the color that I used right here. It's called Enchanted. It looks kind of like gray, but it's actually kind of purple. I thought it would go well with the background. So you can check it out. Adriana Nicole Cosmetics. It is linked in the video description. This is the lip gloss I'm using. Also, this is the one that DC tried. Let me actually just take a moment. This is the one that DC tried. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen that live stream that we did, but for anybody that is sensitive to, like, has sensory sensitivities, is that the right way to say that? If you are, yeah, if you have sensory sensitivities, as DC has shared with all of us that she does, this one's safe. Those are her words, not mine, because it looks sparkly. It's got some pink and blue shimmer in it, but you don't feel it. It's very smooth. I put it on my hand first, and then she felt it, and she was like, oh my God, I can't feel anything. I was like, I know, and it's really moisturizing. It's my favorite. This is called Ethereal, and that is also linked below. If you use the code AaronBees, all caps, no spaces, you can save on orders of $25 or more. So Lady Mitersaw, thank you. I appreciate you so much. And yeah, please check her out. She's incredible. YouTube channel. Also, I appreciate this compliment. Thank you. I love everything that Adriana Nicole is doing with her brand. If you don't know her story, she worked at David's Bridal for like 10 years. She made some of the, I think it was the eyeshadows that were first, and she was able to leave David's Bridal, and she now does it full time. And she was just featured in a major magazine, and I can't remember what magazine it was, but she's got some content up about that, which is very, very exciting. So please go check her out. See if there's something you like. If you're not into it, that's okay too. I totally get that. And that's on affiliate marketing.
for us wax addicts, just I don't be afraid to show your numbers because of people like this who might find you and put you for the whole world to see. You're a grown adult. You can buy what you want.
Sensory issues. Thank you. I felt like I was kind of fumbling, and I definitely wasn't trying to be offensive in that delivery. Sensory issues. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Half these people that watch this person, who knows what their addictions are?
She's talking to y'all. She's talking to you. Half of y'all. How does she even know that? Half of y'all who knows what your addictions are. What? Oh my God.
What they spend money on that others would deem you shouldn't spend your money on. It is what it is. But you guys just be kind to each other. It doesn't.
Stephanie, are y'all being kind in the comments of your video? No? I'm being kind because that's what I do here. Now, how you take me bringing facts to the conversation, that's your business. But never once did I call anybody stupid or ignorant or any of those things, although I think I would be well within my right to make some comments like that. Am I going to? No. No, but I could. because I could be meaner. And this is also linked if you guys would like to check it out. And if not, that's okay too.
Do your homework. If you're going to post a video about someone without getting to know them and getting to know the reasons why they posted that, her numbers, Angie's numbers, were not just Scentsy numbers. She's not buying this wax to frontline anything. She's buying this wax, like the most of us, because we love this wax, whether it's Scentsy or not.
See, but I think you're literally standing at the point and missing it. The issue or the point of my commentary was not on buying wax from retail brands. It was on Scentsy and all things Scentsy. So I think it's really interesting that they're trying to, I almost feel like they're trying to rally the wax community. Like, oh my God, Erin's talking bad about us. First of all, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Facts are not attacks, first of all. And if you are supporting small businesses, I'm a fan of that. I think that's awesome. I have several linked in my video description, as I always do. It was about Scentsy. It was about an example of front loading. I feel like a broken record. I just don't understand how they're not getting it. It's commentary. It's not personal.
That's what the collection is. I just do your homework before you start posting a video on someone.
Well, the video wasn't on someone. The video was on front loading. And I would say that 13 years of being in multi-level marketing would be sufficient for doing homework. But that's just my opinion, I suppose.
Get to know who they are. Get to know their story. Get to know who these other, I don't know who this Teddy Bees is. Well, maybe if you had messaged someone, they could tell you who these other wax companies are. Small business.
Well, did you message me before you did this video? If we're using your logic here, did Angie message me to do that other video where she's not naming me, but kind of naming me? I mean, you went as far as showing my picture, which is fine. I don't care. I'm a public figure on the internet. But did you message me, Stephanie, before you did this video? No. Take your own advice, babes. What do you mean?
And you would be happy to know a lot of them are women-owned small businesses. So there you go.
Love that. Oh. You really thought you did something there, huh? Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I'm getting riled up. So I just wanted to get on here. Angie, I support you. I support you in working, all my wax friends, all of you in this wax community, whether you are trying to do a low buy, a no buy, an all buy, it's your business. Okay.
Except it's not a business. And let me be fair. I don't know if she's intending business in the literal sense, like owning a business, or if she's like, that's my business, what I spend money on. So, I guess there's that.
Okay. And if you post it on YouTube, it's still your business what you spend your money on.
Okay.
If you are super excited about this haul that you did, good on you. You are super excited that you brought in 100 pieces and you melted 85 pieces versus 60 pieces. I'm so happy for you.
85 pieces. How many warmers do you have in your house? I mean, 85 pieces in a week? Former Scentsy reps. That seems like a lot to me. But I don't know. Maybe I didn't do enough research.
Just ooh, okay.
Yeah. Take a deep breath, Stephanie.
Anyways,
it's all good.
I just wanted to say my piece.
Okay.
We need to just be kind to one another.
I was.
And there was no reason for that. There was no reason to make a video calling someone out without any context on who that person is. And
okay. So if I got to know Angie first, if I asked her for her story, what do they call it? Their wax story? Is that what they call it? If I got her story, if I asked her questions, then it would be okay to do the video. Because I don't think that's how it works on YouTube, especially in the commentary space. I don't think that that's how that works. I don't know.
And what that person does. My upline, I hardly talk to, if ever.
Listen to what she's about to say. I paused it a little early or a little bit late, but listen to what she's about to say here.
Congratulate me on my sales. Yeah, they do. But you know what? It's not because I sold to anyone else. It's because I sold it to my own dang self.
Now, that was the whole point. That was the entire point of the video from last Friday. That was the whole point. That she's admitting. My upline congratulates me for selling to myself. This one should stop everybody in their tracks. Self-purchases are not sales. That's money just leaving your account for a product. Okay. But if your upline is congratulating you for it, that's not leadership. That's conditioning you to overspend. If you're in somebody's downline in a multi-level marketing company, maybe you're in Scentsy, maybe you're in another MLM company or whatever, and you're quietly watching, you're welcome here. I've already said that many times. Would you rather have applause from your upline who is gaining a commission off of your purchases? Or would you rather start a business and actually make money from selling to actual customers? Now, I know there's a lot of variations in that, but I just think it's so odd that she's like, I never talk to my upline unless I place a big order or whatever, place an order. Let me not put words in her mouth. Place an order and they congratulate me. They're congratulating her. And let me speak on this because I did recruit in multi-level marketing. I did have a team and I did participate in the very, very hurtful things in multi-level marketing, which was how this channel started. And when you're a leader in a multi-level marketing company and you have somebody that is placing big orders, or you have somebody that is, getting a lot of customers, recruiting a lot of people, you showcase that behavior. And the whole purpose, in my opinion, that Stephanie's upline was reaching out to her because of the order she placed, in my opinion, it probably was a pretty substantial order. And that upline was like, oh my God, look at this order. I'm going to make so much commission or whatever, or I'm closer to this rank than I thought I would be. You can fill in the blanks with the compensation plan stuff. This is not a compensation plan video. It is a behavior that uplines and MLMs speaking from somebody that used to do it and had hundreds of team members. It is the upline manipulating the downline and showcasing Stephanie in some way, shape, or form, in my opinion, to get others to do the same so that that upline will make money. That is what that was. And how do I know that? 13 years in multi-level marketing. Oh, God. Anyways. All right, let's hear what she has to say. DC, are you seeing that I'm using the Stream Deck?
It is what it is. My business. Spend my money on what I want.
Go ahead.
You want to spend your money all on protein? Cool. I spend my money on a crap ton of protein.
Where did protein come in? Is this... Stephanie, did you do your research? I have this linked. Let's hear what else she has to say. This is so interesting.
And creatine and magnesium and all the supplements. Good for you.
Did she say creatine? I think she just said creatine. Let's back that up a second.
You want to spend your money all on protein? Cool. I spend my money on a crap ton of protein and creatine and magnesium and
fantastic
all the supplements.
Love that.
Good for you.
Okay, good for you, Stephanie. Yeah, she did mention that. So I feel like it's a good opportunity to actually talk about creatine on my channel since Stephanie brought it up. Thank you again, Stephanie, for bringing up protein and creatine, because I'm a fan of those things and I talk about it often, but I don't think I've really talked about creatine. So we're going to talk about it now. If you're genuinely interested in creatine, there's some things that you need to know. It's the most studied supplement out there, decades of research. It helps with strength and muscle energy, even cognitive function. Isn't that wild? It's safe, it's effective, and it's inexpensive, and you can easily get it from anywhere. Now, if you're curious what I use, I am a fan of bulk supplements, and I'm a fan of their clear labeling. This is actually a new bag that I just ordered of creatine monohydrate. It's pure, it's tested, it's affordable. I'll link it below somewhere. I may see if I can add timestamps. I don't know if I can do timestamps on live streams. I think that's just edited videos, but this is what I use. And by the way, those are affiliate links. If you see the link for, the bulk, not bulk supplements. Well, the bulk supplements, that's linked, or the peach mango bucked up protein, or my water bottle, or my headphones, or my shirt, or whatever. Now, if you decide to click on those links and you purchase something, I do make a small commission from it. That's an affiliate link, which means, and I know you guys know this, but this is just for everybody else. That means that if you buy, I earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. And the reason that I'm bringing this all up, not just because Stephanie brought up creatine and protein, and she's trying to justify her spending supporting an MLM company to me buying a bag of protein or a bag of creatine, every, I don't know, I probably order that, maybe I take 5 grams a day, so maybe, how big is this bag? 250, 500 grams. So it lasts me a long time, maybe every 3 or 4 months. She's trying to draw a comparison here. It's not the same. And this is what we see from people in multi-level marketing. They like to make it seem like multi-level marketing is the same as affiliate links. So let's talk about the difference between those two. With affiliate marketing, sharing a link, if you want to click on it, cool. If you want to buy it, that's awesome, but you don't have to. There's no quotas, there's no uplines, there's no pressure to buy from yourself, or no pressure for you guys to buy, with those links. We've talked about all the manipulation tactics several times in multi-level marketing here on my channel, but I do also want to circle back to something we've already seen specifically in the comments of my last video from last Friday. And when people don't like the facts, when they didn't like the facts, they didn't challenge those facts. They typically will resort to an ad hominem and attack the person that is bringing up said facts. They attempt to try and twist it, saying, in this case, that I was coming for wax collectors, which was not the case. And that's not an accident. That is a tactic. MLMs and cults use similar playbooks. Attack the critic, muddy the waters, shift the focus from structure to personality. And this is how high control groups protect themselves. MLMs are, in my opinion, commercial cults. They commercialize community, loyalty, and the fear of missing out to keep people in and to keep people buying and attempting to recruit. So when you see ad hominems, love bombing, or even FOMO launches, recognize them for what they are: cult tactics repackaged as business. Since my last video, I've had to block people for personal attacks, comments about my body, my mental health, my character. I even had one person say that because I wasn't answering their question, that I sounded like Hitler. And I wish I were making that up, because at that point it would make more sense. These are examples of ad hominems. It's the definition of an ad hominem. And when you can't defend your business with facts, they tend to attack the critic instead. It's also a cult tactic in high control groups. Questioning leadership is betrayal. You don't address the concern, you attack the questioner. So let me just say this. If you're in Scentsy and you're feeling defensive right now before you hit enter on that comment, whether you're part of the live crew or watching the replay, that doesn't mean I'm against you. It means that your belief system is being challenged, and that discomfort that you're feeling is called cognitive dissonance. How do I know? Because I experienced it when I was in MLM and I came across anti-MLM content. It's uncomfortable and I was mad. And it's the same thing MLM survivors describe. Don't take my word for it. You can read some of the comments. That's the same thing that MLM survivors describe when they finally walk away. So let's see what else Stephanie has to say, because I wanted to make sure that I reacted to their video in full, because they seem to think that I chopped it to fit whatever narrative they think that I was trying to put out there. So yeah, I have the screenshot, but that comment was flagged by YouTube. So
Doesn't mean it's not good, bad, ugly. It's neutral, unless you're going broke to do it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so my wax friends, don't let people like this scare you off from making a
I'm not trying to scare anybody off. What do you mean? If you're scared, that's your issue. I'm not here to scare anybody. What do you?
video from posting your big ol' haul, whether it's from Scentsy or Teddy Bees, especially from Scentsy. They're targeting Scentsy, but they're not really.
I'm targeting Scentsy? What do you mean? How many videos do I have on my channel? I don't even know. But I can look at the playlist that I have separated by company. I have 11 Scentsy videos. And in my anti-MLM playlist, I have 564 videos. So if you want to binge, and you want to hit play on a playlist and, just watch the anti-MLM playlist, 564 videos. What do you mean I'm targeting Scentsy? Because I've done 11 videos? Because I covered one of Angie's videos? Stephanie, I'm going to need you to take a deep breath and calm down. Seriously.
Targeting you because they think you're this little simpleton.
Never said that. Don't think that. What do you mean?
Who is brainwashed.
I do think that brainwashing tactics are used in multi-level marketing because that is a cult tactic. And see my notes from earlier. I do think that multi-level marketing companies are commercial cults. It's my opinion.
If you choose to sell Scentsy and to sell to your friends and to sell to your family and you can make it a business, do it. Just don't be afraid to post your videos about Scentsy.
Go for it.
If you're excited to show all the Scentsy bars behind you and what you brought in, don't be afraid, because you have people who support you. You have people who know you and who are all in the same boat as you. We just love the wax and we love the scents. Do we like the MLM practice? Majority of us, no. Do we like Scentsy's practice all the time? Absolutely the frick not. We don't.
I bet you're real salty about them selling candles now. I mean, maybe she's not. Maybe she doesn't care. Maybe she's for it. I'm not really sure. But I know that a lot of distributors in Scentsy are really upset. Why? Because if you see my video from last Friday, I included a clip of Sam D's video. You should go and follow her, subscribe to her channel and such. They've been saying how dangerous candles, traditional burning candles, are for like 20 plus years. But now all of a sudden, Scentsy is going to be selling candles. So if you don't like the MLM model, if you're not happy with what Scentsy is doing, why are you continuing to financially support that company when you could easily be just supporting these small businesses that actually care when you place an order?
We like the wax. So if Scentsy goes under, if Scentsy makes a decision that I absolutely can't live with.
And I think that day is coming quickly for Scentsy. And how do you think these videos are going to age? How do you think Angie and Stephanie's videos are going to age anyways, it's a wild thought, isn't it?
Always get my bar, then I'm okay with leaving. I'm okay with taking a step back and going,
Love that.
let me take a moment here, because that's, oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm just, okay. Thank you guys for watching. Chime down below. What do you think? Do you think that people have a right to judge you if you're posting on YouTube your hauls?
Nobody was judging you. I mean, I may not like what you're saying, especially the AA part. Really did not like that. I think that's really vile. But I wasn't judging you, and I wasn't judging Angie. In fact, I hope you guys get out of multi-level marketing.
And how much money you're spending. If you are putting it out there, do people have a right to judge you? Cool. But do they have a right to make a video about you?
I mean, what do you think you're doing here? I mean, you showed my face in your video, which is fine. Do what you want. It's your channel. Just like I'm going to do whatever I want on my channel within YouTube's guidelines, which, by the way, this is covered under fair use. So what an interesting take, you know?
Without really getting to know you, without emailing you or messaging you saying, hey, I wanted to do this video.
I don't need to.
Also, who is this other company you are talking about? Who is this Teddy?
So they're very hung up on the fact that I didn't know who Teddy Bees was. They're really hung up on that. What about the rest? What about the other points that I brought up? I mean, the video was not about Teddy Bees. The video was not about retail brands or vendor wax, as they refer to it. The video was about Scentsy. It's almost like they're trying to say, well, she didn't know about this, so clearly she didn't do her research. She doesn't know what she's talking about. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Just because I didn't know what Teddy Bees was, which was not the focus of the video, does not mean that I don't know what I'm talking about. I just find it interesting how they're trying to spin this. It's fascinating, actually.
Teddy Bees or the second in spruce. I'm going to say that's, and then putting your video out there, I don't know.
I mean, Angie put her video out there. What do you mean?
It is what it is, honestly. Like, it is what it is. That's you put yourself out there when you're on YouTube. But I think, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a what is the word I'm looking for? Manners.
What?
That's not the right word.
Hold on. Stephanie, you're now trying to give me an etiquette lesson on YouTube? What is happening?
But a decorum.
Etiquette, a code of conduct and social norms that dictate proper, polite, and acceptable behavior. Acceptable to whom? What do you mean?
Manners. Niceties. I don't know. But Angie, I support you. All my other wax friends, addicts, my wax addicts, I support you. We are a small group. We are a tight-knit group.
Love that.
Do we sometimes not get along? Absolutely.
Okay.
But hello, puppy.
I need to see the baby. I need to see the floof.
Yes, I see you. But yeah. I just had to say that it was really, really bugging me, and
okay.
I'm sorry I look like a mess and I'm not presentable to be making a video, but I
mean, if they're judging you for that, that's gross.
I had to. So, anyways, you guys have fun freaking melting and buying whatever freaking wax you want.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Oh, okay. That's oops pressing too many buttons. That's how that ended. We have a couple things. Well, first of all, Orange Elise, I believe, is that how you say that? Welcome. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate you. And Katina, this is so kind of you. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. I feel like we need some kind of a sound effects. Sound effects. Let's do this one because
The woman was too stunned to speak.
I indeed was several times throughout this. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Thank you for sending the super chat. Okay, let's wrap this up here. So, what did we learn tonight? I guess that's the best way I want to say that. Angie and Stephanie admitted to front loading, or collecting, as they like to call it in Scentsy, overspending, and being their own best customers. Instead of addressing the facts, they reframed it as collecting, as I already mentioned, or compared it to hobbies that have nothing to do with Scentsy. This live stream is not about them. It's about what their stories reveal about Scentsy's business model. That was my focus last week. That's my focus today. It's my focus on every video, just interchange MLM companies. And here's who this video specifically is for. Anyone thinking about joining Scentsy and only hearing the pitch from their potential upline, anyone researching before they sign up, anyone who deserves the truth about how these companies operate before they spend money. And before I close, I want to take a moment to thank you guys, my audience. I want to thank my subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here and for supporting this kind of consumer protection content. To those of you who have shared your own MLM experience in the comments, thank you so much. That takes courage, and your honesty helps people who are still on the fence to see the reality of these companies. And to everyone watching live or on the replay, I encourage you to leave supportive comments for those sharing their stories. Share your story. It helps people work through the cognitive dissonance that comes with leaving an MLM. And it is really difficult. And that kind of encouragement can really make a difference for somebody. And of course, a huge thank you to my channel members. Your support, you guys, means a ton to me and makes it possible to keep producing this kind of content. I appreciate you more than I can say. And before we go, we're going to be doing a members only after hours live stream right after this. I said 5:30 my time, Pacific time, and I'm pretty dang close. It's just going to be a chance to decompress, chat, hang out a little bit longer. And if you'd like to join, just click the join button under the video, this video, and the link will show up automatically, and I'll see you guys over there. I do have it redirected. It'll do its YouTube thing. So for everyone else, thank you for spending your time with me tonight. If you got value from this, if you would, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who might be thinking about joining an MLM, or if you're Stephanie or Angie or one of their supporters, feel free to thumbs down. It doesn't really matter. And as always, stay skeptical, and you guys, don't get scammed. I'll see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.